Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to Temple Beth-El. Thank you for celebrating Shabbat with us. As we are starting the service, a couple of guidelines as we are beginning. You should all have a blue Siddur, a prayer book in front of you. If you don't, we have some extras over here. It should say Shabbat on the outside, Mishkan Tefillah on the front. All our prayers are in Hebrew or in English. If they're in Hebrew, they're transliterated. At each point, we're going to try to call out the pages. If at any point we do not call out a page, just turn the page. When in doubt, turn the page. All the prayers are transliterated, are meant to be done communally. We want you to join with us. We need your voices. I actually didn't introduce myself. I'm Cantor Vladimir Lapin. I'm honored to be here with Rabbi Meir Feldman, with the Sanders family, as they celebrate the bar mitzvah of Jules. How are you doing, Jules? He's doing okay. Good. So you have the prayer books. Take also this opportunity to make sure that your cell phones are turned off or on silent. The service is only 6 hours long. Snapchat and Twitter will be there after we're done, after Shabbat is over, I promise. And as you have people who are fill up who come in a little bit later, if you can just also remind them to make sure their cell phones are turned off. And this is the kind of the most important guideline, and you'll kind of sense it as we go through the service. Join with us. We need your voices. We need your souls. The person sitting next to you might need your voice much more than you realize it. And by singing and by joining with them, you're giving them the freedom to really pray and giving us the freedom and the pathway to really, really connect. And so in everything that we do, please join with us. This first prayer, it has no words. It's just melodies. It's just a melody, which sometimes is even stronger than words, right, Rabbi Meir?
I agree. Yes.
Please join with us as soon as you're comfortable. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da.
One of the reasons I love to pray and to try to pray is because it happens to me stuff happens to me in this space. Let me explain what I mean. I was a lawyer for a bunch of years. I don't think I've ever said this before. I mean, I've said that I was a lawyer, but the thought that's in my head. I was a lawyer for 7-8 years on Wall Street. I was a federal prosecutor. And as a lawyer, it's very important, we all know this, to frame the question. You really want to make sure that you get to be the one who frames the question as a lawyer. I mean, I think this applies in probably all aspects of life, that we want to be clear about the question. And it just struck me as I was thinking about what I was going to say this moment, that actually every prayer we offer, we think that we're being told to make a statement. And that's actually, I think, why a lot of people resist prayer or choose to opt out of the prayer experience. But one of the great blessings for me was when I began to realize that the prayer is actually a question. When I recite the words, I'm asking a question. And because the word in Hebrew to pray is it's a reflexive activity, I'm asking myself a question. We are asking ourselves questions when we try to pray. And the questions at the beginning of the service are very, very relevant to our lives. And we ask ourselves these questions all the time. Am I ready? Am I able to actually say thank you? Why? Well, first of all, I woke up. Second of all, I look really beautiful, and you do. You look really great, every one of you. Can I say thank you for the fact that I actually feel well enough to get here, and I look good enough to be proud to be here? Can I say thank you for the fact that I have the capacity to learn, to ask a lot of questions, to master a bunch of material, a new language, new ideas? Can I say thank you for that? Am I ready to say thank you for the relationships, the soulfulness that's in my life, the soulfulness that I generate, that I receive, and the soulfulness that I still want to create for myself? If you're confused what these words in Hebrew are about, that's what these words are. They are all questions. Questions. Are we ready? So page 76, let's begin in English because we think that we understand the English better. This is the most basic question. It begins every spiritual practice, no matter your spiritual path. Am I ready to say thank you for my body working well enough? We'll start with the English, 76. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who formed the human body with skill, creating the body's many pathways and openings. It is well known before your throne of glory that if one of them, just one of them fail, only if just one fails,
be wrongly opened or closed, it would be
impossible to endure and stand before you. Blessed are you, Adonai, who heals all flesh, working wondrously. Baruch atah Adonai, rofeh chol basar, umafli la'asot. By the way, when it says heals all flesh, it means with the help of great doctors in the world and great caregivers in the world, God and we can heal all flesh, not for the sake of being immortal, but for the sake of living the fullest lives that we can live while we're here. We'll turn to page 78 for a prayer for our soul. That question, am I ready to say thank you for my soul, for the love, the compassion, the friendship, the kindness that I share with others in my life?
Elohai neshama shanatata bi tehorahi ata vrata ata yitzarata ata nefachta bi ve'ata meshamera bikirbi kol zman shahaneshama bikirbi moda'ani lefanecha Adonai Elohai ve'Elohei Abotai moda'ani lefanecha Adonai Elohai ve'Elohei imotai Ribon kol hamasim Adon kol haneshamot Baruch atah Adonai asher biyado nefesh kol chai veruach kol besari.
page 80. We turn to page 80, and we're called to answer this question. Yes, I'm ready to thank 100 times a day. That's the religious and spiritual obligation that is upon each of us, at least from the Jewish perspective. And each of these blessings is an opportunity to ask the question, am I ready? And try to be ready to say thank you. We'll start in the English, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu haolam, and then go to the English. Did I say that right? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. And now the English. Has given the mind the ability to distinguish day from night. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who opens the eyes of the blind. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who frees the captive. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who lifts up the fallen. 82. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who stretches the earth over the waters. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who strengthens our steps. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who clothes the naked. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who gives strength to the weary. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who removes sleep from the eyes and slumber from the eyelids. 84. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who made me in the image of God. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who has made me free. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who has made me a Jew, or whatever spiritual path I follow. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who girds Israel with strength. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who crowns Israel with splendor. 86. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to engage with words of Torah.
Amen.
And now we turn to page 88 to read a little bit of a few words of Torah from the Mishnah about 1,500 years ago. If you've ever wondered, like, what does it mean to be religious? I mean, before you decide if you're religious or not, this is a definition, and the answer to the question what it means to be religious, a definition of religiosity, is right here. It's not a new age text. This is not a New Age text from Santa Monica, where I lived for many years and loved. It's a text from the Mishnah from 1,800 years ago, a very traditional Jewish insight and teaching about what it means to be religious. Let's read it together in English. These are things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of this world, while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study, morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted in prayer, and making peace among people. And the study of Torah encompasses them all. Page 100, as we offer together Psalm 150.
Hallelujah, 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 el bikocho, hallelujah, birki auzo. Hallelujah, bikurotav. Hallelujah, kerov gudlo. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Take a shofar, hallelujah, benevel v'chinor, hallelujah, betov u'machol, hallelujah, beminim ve'ugav, hallelujah, 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 b'tzil tzilei shama, hallelujah, b'tzil tzilei truah, kol anshama tehalel yah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
One last time.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. We continue on page 108, and I invite our bar mitzvah to come up to the bima, page 108. Please rise for the Baruch Hu.
Which way do I stand?
Yala lai lai lai, 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 yala lai lai lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Yala lai lai lai, 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 yala lai lai lai. We continue on the top of page 111 in the English.
In the beginning, even then, a new light was sown for the righteous. I promise that your light would become the catalyst, first for order and then for hope. Author of language and light, help us to use words as you have, to cast light into dark waters and draw out justice and truth.
Baruch atah Adonai Yotzer HaMeorot. Page 112 in the English in the middle.
How deeply you have loved us, Adonai, our God, gracing us with surpassing compassion, on account of our forebears whose trust led you to teach them the laws of life. Be gracious to us, teaching us as well. O merciful one, have mercy on us by making us able to understand and discern, to heed, learn, and teach, and, lovingly, to observe, perform, and fulfill all that is in your Torah.
And we continue with the Hebrew right after that. V'harer aneinu b'toratecha v'dabek libeinu b'mitzvotecha v'yached levaveinu le'ahava u'echa v'lo nevosh v'lo nikalem v'lo nikashel le'olam va'ed. הגדול והנורא בטחנו, נגילה ונשמחה, נגילה ונשמחה בישועתך. והביאנו לשלום מארבע כנפות הארץ, ותוליכנו קומיות לארצנו, כי אל פועל ישועות אתה. ובנו בחרת וקרבתנו לשמך הגדול, סלע באמת להודות לך ולירדך באהבה. ברוך אתה אדוני הבוחר בעמו ישראל באהבה. Page 114. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Please be seated. We continue with the V'ahavta on page 116. V'ahavta et
Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha v'hayu hadarim ha'elech asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידך והיו תותפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתיכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אלוהיכם.
We continue on page 119. Let's read together in the English, page 119. Life without integrity is like loosely hanging threads, easily fraying from the main cloth. While in acts of piety we learn to understand that every instant is like a thread, raveling out of eternity to form a delicate tassel. We must not cast off the threads, but weave them into the design of an eternal fabric. Each day points to eternity. The fate of all time depends upon a single moment. Let's continue with Micha Mocha on page 122. Yai lai lai la lai la 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 yai lai lai la lai la 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 yai lai la lai la lai la 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 yai la lai la yai la 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 מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. שיר החדשה שיבחו גאולים, לשמך על שפת הים, יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. יאי לי 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 יאי לי 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 יאי לי 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 יאי לי 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 יאי לי 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 לי. Amidah is on page 124. Please rise. Page 124. Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, El Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם, בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בגבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. Page 130. נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני, אדוננו מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ורחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהייך ציון לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. בשבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש, לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. We continue silently through page 142. עושה שלום במרומיו.
142.
הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו
So in a moment, I'm going to ask a bunch of people to come up as we begin our Torah service. I just want to say something about this prayer we just offered. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. This is a prayer about what? Shalom? Peace. It's a prayer about peace. The prayer for peace is by far the most common prayer. It is the prayer we say more often than anything else in every service, Jewish prayer service. That's an interesting thing. It's kind of one detail I want to point out. Oseh shalom, make shalom, peace happen, bimromav, from up above. Who, he, God, she, however we understand God, ya'aseh, will make. Who ya'aseh shalom, will make peace happen. It's in the future tense. But what's the question? It's in the future tense. God will make peace. What's the question? When? Who said when? Yes, great. From the Motion family. So when will it happen, darn it? You know what the rabbinic answer is? God will make it happen as soon as we're ready. It's actually what the best of parenting. Right? We tell our kids, thank you, Debbie, for smiling. We tell our kids, you're going to be able to do it as soon as you're ready to do it. Because it's a little magic trick that the Jewish liturgy does, that parenting, that we know in parenting. Our kids can do it as soon as they're ready to do it. But before they're ready to do it, it can't happen. And the magic trick is that the kids think it's about we have the power and we have the responsibility. But we actually know that it's really about placing the power and the responsibility in their hands. Same thing for God. Yeah, Hu Yaseh Shalom. God will make peace as soon as we are ready. Okay. I want to call up a whole bunch of people. First of all, Jules, you're going to be carrying the Torah, and as well, it was right in front of me. Oh yeah, your uncle, who's going to carry the other, Joe, come up. You guys are going to be holding the Torahs. To open the ark, I want to ask Emily and Hannah and Jacob and Jeremy Sanders to come up. You're going to open the ark. I also want to ask Steve Bowen to come up. I need your help, Stephen, with the Torahs. I need some strong, wise soul for that. So, we are on page Cantor Lapid.
244.
244.
Please rise. 244. Please rise. Ein kamocha va'elohim Adonai ve'ein kema'asecha Malachutecha malachut kol olamim Umemshaltecha b'chol dor v'hador Adonai malach Adonai malach Adonai yimloch le'olam aved Adonai oz lamo yitain Adonai yivarech et hamo v'shalom Av harachamim heitiva virtzonecha et Zion Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim Ki v'chalavad batachnu Melech el ram v'nisa Adon olamim Ki mitzion teitzei Torah Ki mitzion teitzei Torah Udevar Adonai mi Yerushalayim
248.
Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah Le'amo Yisrael B'Kedushato
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadol Adonai iti, Unromem Shemo Yachdav. Lecha Adonai Hagedola v'Hagevora v'Tiferet v'Haneitzach v'Hahod. Ki hol b'shamayim uvaretz, ki hol b'shamayim uvaretz. Lecha Adonai hamamlacha v'mitnasei lechol lerosh. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai something different. Lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la la, yai la 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 la. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam omed. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam omed. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim.
How do we know when we can sit? Adam? When the Torah sits, Adam's telling you, when Torah sits, we can sit. We're very polite in the presence of the Torah. Okay. So, if you're following along in a Chumash, they're all different. There's red, there's green, there's blue. If you want to follow along with Jules, we are in chapter 9 of the book of Leviticus, verse 22. And for the honor of the first Aliyah, we call Grandma Susan. Shoshana, Ta'amod, Shoshana, Ksafta Shoshana, Lichvod HaTorah. Baruch Adonai Hamborach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'karbanu mikol ha'amin v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vaisa Aharon et Yadav El Ha'am Vayvarchem Vayered Me'asot Hachatat Ve'al Ha'ala Ve'hashlamim Vayavo Moshe Ve'aharon El Ohel Moed Vayetzeu Vayvarchu Et ha'am vayarach v'od Adonai el kol ha'am v'teitze esh milifnei Adonai v'tocha al hamizbeach et ha'olah ve'el ha'chalavim, vayar kol ha'am, vayaronu, vaypelu al peneihem.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'kayei olam nata b'tohenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen. I love you.
Give your grandson a big hug and a kiss. Mother, up to you. Okay, Jules. We now get to call up the two most important people in your life, your brother and your sister, your beloved, amazing, fantastic, special, incredible Adam and Amanda and Adam in seniority. Ya'amdu b'sora Rivka v'elez Adam lichvod ha'Torah. Come on, guys. Yay, it's so awesome to stand with these guys. So exciting. Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Hamarach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayikechu v'nei Aharon Nadav v'Avihu ish machtato Vaytinu v'hen esh v'yasimu aleha ketoret v'yakrivu lifnei Adonai esh zara asher lo tziva otam v'tetzei esh milivnei Adonai v'tochal otam v'yamutu lifnei Adonai v'yomer Moshe lo Eloheron hu asher diber Adonai lemor v'krovai et kadesh v'el panei chol ha'am v'chaved v'yidom laharon.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Give your brother a big hug. Come on, give your brother a big hug. Jules, this is part of the blessing of your bar mitzvahs. Your brother, and stay here actually, Amanda, stay here. I'm going to call your mom and dad up. Okay, for the third aliyah, Debbie and Michael, Ya'amdu, Devorah Moshe, the Horei, the parents of Jules, Lichvod Torah. Take a step back. I like having you all up here.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayikra Moshe El Mishael Ve'el El Tzafan B'nei Uziel Dod Aharon Vayomer Moshe Lehem Kirvu Se'u Et Achechem Me'et Penei HaKodesh El Michut Lamachaneh Vayakrevu Vayisaum Bechutanotam El Michut Lamachaneh Ki Asher Diber Moshe Vayomer Moshe El Aharon Ulelazar Uitamar Banav Rashichem El Tifra'u Uvidechem Lo Tiframu Velo Tamutu Val Kol Ha'ida Yiksof Va'achechem Kol Beit Yisrael Bivku Bet HaSrefa Asher Sharav Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Okay, Jules, this is your big moment. Exactly. The moment you become bar mitzvah is not actually the moment you do the chanting from the Torah. Your chanting is beautiful. It's beautiful. You've actually chanted a lot already. The moment that you become a bar mitzvah, the moment you receive all of the rights of Jewish adulthood, which also means the responsibilities of Jewish adulthood, are when you recite the blessing. So I'm going to call you the traditional calling that, okay, now I'm being called as an adult, okay? It happens in your home all the time, and this is sort of to put a big yellow, beautiful, or pink, or whatever color, beautiful highlighter on it, okay? So here we go. Yamod, 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 Habachor bar mitzvah, Chaim, means life. Chaim ben Moshe Devorah, Chazak.
Baruchu et Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch atah Hambarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen. Umi petach Ohel moed lo tetu pentamutu kishemen mishchat Adonai aleichem vayasu kidvar Moshe vaydaber Moshe Adonai El Aharon lemor yain v'shechar el teshta ata uvanecha itach bevoachen el ohel moed velo tamutu ukat olam ledorotechem. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. All right, give your boy a hug, a kiss. We can all come down. Come down for a moment.
While the Torah is still out, we turn to page 253, and we think those among us who are in need of healing. If you are thinking of someone today who is in need of healing, spiritual, physical, I invite you, any type of healing, I invite you to please say their name or hold their names in your heart as I look towards you. And please join with us on page 253 in the middle. Mi shebeirach avoteinu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
As we turn and offer our prayer for our congregation, I'd like to call up David and Debbie Sutton. The Suttons. We're going to be on page, what page is it? 258. 258.
Source of all being, may the children of this community learn these passions from us: love of Torah, devotion in prayer, and support of the needy. May we guide with integrity, and may our leadership be in your service. May those who teach and nourish us be blessed with satisfaction, and may we appreciate their time and their devotion. Bless us with the fruits of wisdom and understanding, and may our efforts bring fulfillment and joy. Baruch atah Adonai, she'ochecha levadcha b'yirah navod. Amen.
I'd like to ask Grandma Arlette to come up and lead us in the prayer for the nation. It's on the same page, the bottom half of the page.
Source of all being, may the children of this community learn these passions from us: love of Torah, devotion in prayer, and support the needy.
Oops, sorry.
Wrong one.
Whoops.
We just did that.
We just
Thank
did
you.
that.
I thought that sounded familiar.
That was my mistake.
Okay.
My mistake.
Prayer for our nation.
We'll take all the prayers we can get.
We'll get them. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen. Amen. Oh, you're very welcome. I can read English.
Okay, and now to lead us in our prayer for Israel, Grandma Mara Gruber.
O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread it over the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Amen. And we continue with the Hebrew of the same prayer on page 259. Avinu sheba shamayim tzur Yisrael v'goalo. Avinu sheba shamayim tzur Yisrael v'goalo. Barech et medinat Yisrael reishit tzmichat geulateinu. Again Allaha bevrat chazdecha ufros aleha sukat shalomecha. Avinu sheba shamayim tzur Yisrael v'goalo. Avinu sheba shamayim tzur Yisrael v'goalo. Ushlach orcha v'amitcha l'rashacha sarecha v'yotzeha v'takneim beitza tova milfanecha v'takneim beitza tova milfanecha. Avinu sheba shamayim tzur Yisrael v'goalo. Avinu sheba shamayim tzur Yisrael v'goalo. V'natata shalom ba'aretz v'simchat olam leyoshveha v'nomar amen. Avinu sheba shamayim tzur Yisrael v'goalo. Avinu sheba shamayim tzur Yisrael v'goalo.
So we now are going to raise the Torah, raise and dress the Torah. And if I can ask Michael to come up, and Debbie as well, and Haley to come up, to Debbie and Haley to help dress the Torah. We're on page 252. Come on up.
Please rise. When the Torah rises, we rise. Page 102.
Michael.
Jules, come over here. Haftarah in your speech. I have it. Just stay here. Vezot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai beyad Moshe. Yalai lai 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 yalai lai yalai lai yalai lai 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 yalai lai 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 yalai lai 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 yalai lai yalai lai yalai lai 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 la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la. We continue with the Haftarah. Jules is going to chant from the book of Samuel. He's going to begin with the blessings, then he's going to chant his Haftarah part, and he'll end with the blessing after the Haftarah. If you'd like to follow along with the blessing, we're on page 254 of your prayer book.
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratza b'divrehem hanayim arim be'emet Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'torah u'Moshe avdo u'Yisrael amo u'b'nvi'ei ha'emet v'tzedek. Yosef, oh David, et kol bachor b'Yisrael, shaloshim aleph, v'yakom v'yelech David, v'chol ha'am asher ito, מבעלי יהודה והעלות משם את ארון האלוהים אשר נקרא שם אדוני צבאות ישב הקרובים עליו ויקריבו את ארון האלוהים אל עגלה חדשה ויצאוהו מבית אבידיו אשר בגבעה ועוזה ויחיו בני אביני נדב נהגים את העגלה החדשה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם צור העולמים צדיק בכל הדורות האל הנאמן האומר ועושה המדבר ומקיים שכל דבריו אמת וצדק על התורה ועל העבודה ועל הנביאים ועל יום השבת הזה שנתת לנו אדוני אלוהינו לקדושה ולמנוחה לכבוד ולתפארת על הכל אדוני אלוהינו אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותך יתברך שמך בפי כל חי תמיד לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת אמן. Shabbat Shalom. Pause. My Torah portion is about the rules of kashrut and the sanctity of life. How does the Torah want us to think about the food we eat, meat, vegetables, etc.? My parsha, Shemini, outlines how to be kosher. Interestingly, all the guidelines that it gives relate to meat and other animal products. Fine. You're allowed to eat all plants, all vegetables, and everything else that doesn't come from an animal. This reminds me of how in the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve are told they could only eat foods that do not come from other creatures. I also learned about a famous quote from the prophet Isaiah. He imagined a world in which the lion shall sleep with the lamb. And I know that we all think it's silly, but it's been interesting for me to learn that that's the idea of the prophet. He has that's his vision of the world that God hopes will create. In Judaism, the rules around kosher are what we call kosher, kashrut. In my discussions with Rabbi Meir, I have learned that throughout history, there have been different explanations for the laws of kosher. I have learned from Rabbi Meir an easy way to remember the reasons for keeping kosher. There are 4 C's, each of which reminds us of a reason for kashrut. The first C I'll talk about is community. Though I am not kosher, I have some friends who are. They bond over their following of the rules, and their shared hardships and endurance brings them closer together. The next C I'll talk about is called compassion. The laws describing how to slaughter an animal go back 2,000 years, and they were totally geared towards causing the animal the least amount of pain. By trying to minimize the pain to creatures, we learn skills regarding compassion. Perhaps teaching ourselves to become compassionate towards animals will eventually lead us to become more compassionate towards each other. The third C we call commandedness. Many people feel a God-given duty to follow the laws of Torah, as written in my parsha. They feel that what is written in the Torah is what they must do in order to be holy. Lastly, the fourth C is called control. People wish to have full authority over themselves, and many resort to diets that make them feel natural or pure. The same mentality used by some Jewish people who want to control what substances or chemicals go into their body. It's important for bar bat mitzvah students to do a mitzvah project, as this is a time to give back to the community in new ways, now that we are seen as Jewish adults. I'm making gift baskets for people in the hospital at which my mother works. And I'm making in the baskets there will be socks and games, crossword books, and homemade paintings. I spent 4 summers learning how to paint at landscapes at USDAN summer camp. I'd like to put my skills to the test. Some of the paintings I've already completed include a picture of hills with violets, a tree in a grassland, and a flowing river. These illustrations all have inspirational quotes from esteemed writers painted onto them. My hope is that these paintings will give patients enough support to make it through their medical challenges. Being a bar mitzvah is teaching me how important it is to learn to say thank you. While writing this, I realized how terrible I am at actually saying it. I'd first like to thank my sweet and loving mother. She always pushed me to practice my parsha for 10 or 15 minutes every day, from early November to yesterday evening, even if we were on vacation. Whether I actually practice every night is up for debate, but I wouldn't have practiced at all if she were involved. My dad was there too. Being serious for a second, my father is a very funny person. He takes me on fun adventures to exciting places like the Riverhead Aquarium or the Botswana Embassy in New York City. I'd like to mention our trip to Montreal when I forced him to take us miles north of where we're staying in Key, New York to see Canada. Thanks, Dad. More thanks to my siblings. They always support me on endeavors and are almost always kind and loving. Thank you to the rest of my family as well. A special shout out to Grandma Arlette, Bogcha, Mimi, and Grandma Susan. I'd like to express my gratitude to Cantor Lappin and Cantor Friedlander for being patient with me and teaching me my parsha. I'm also thanking Rabbi Meir for helping me write the speech, and Rabbi Tara and Rabbi Eli for their support in my Hebrew learnings. And finally, thank you for coming.
Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov. Stay there. Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov. Yei lanu, ulechol Yisrael. Yei. Look out at everybody and smile. Ulechol Yisrael. Yei lanu, ulechol Yisrael. Yei lanu, ulechol Yisrael. We remain standing as we put the Torah away. We are on page 256.
You guys open the ark. Go for it.
Etz Chaim hi lama chazikim ba vetomchecha meushar derachecha darchei noam vechol netivotecha Shalom. Eloheinu kekedem.
Please be seated.
What are you saying? No.
Jules is trying to negotiate how softly Debbie can speak.
Shabbat Shalom. Mazel tov, Jules. Jules, come here. We're proud of you today and every day. Thank you to our friends and family for coming to share this happy occasion with us. Thank you to Rabbis Tara and Mayer who've seen Jules grow from a preschooler here until now. Thank you to Cantors Vlad and Friedlander for their instruction and their patience. Cantor Vlad and his wife, our own Rabbi Mulbaum, welcomed their new baby boy on February 1st, which was Jules' 13th birthday. And that seemed like a special connection to me. I remember when Jules was born thinking, well, now I will always have something to look forward to in the depths of winter, celebrating Jules' birthday. This day, however, is more than just a birthday celebration. Today you read from the Torah, like your sister and brother, your uncles, Mimi, your grandfathers did. Today you take your place in a long line of tradition. Traditions not only connect us to our past, but also to our future. Family traditions like watching Modern Family on Wednesdays or having dinner with your cousins bring us closer together. But today's tradition is particularly special as it connects you to both your family and the Jewish community. Being a mom to you, Amanda and Adam, has been a humbling experience. You three have brought me enormous joy, enormous stress, but most often joy. I am fascinated how different the three of you are. Watching you learn and navigate the world, Jules, has shown me many things. And while I promised I would keep this short and not very embarrassing, I do want you to know a few things you've taught me. Perspective. Recently we were at a museum in D.C. looking at a painting by Van Gogh, and I saw you walk to the side of the picture to take a lateral view of the texture. I never would have thought to do that. Similarly, when you were very young, not even 2, you would stack balls into cups, and Dad would say you were making the Kremlin. Then you would take a few steps back, bend over, examine it, and go back and ever so slightly adjust a cup or ball. I suspect you have a unique vantage point, and that might be very valuable to you. You march at your own pace. I recall visiting you at camp and watching a painting class. You were deliberately finishing a painting of a bird. It was time to clean up. As all the children rushed around you, washing their brushes and putting away their paints, you continued to work with a fine brush, adding small white streaks to the beak, indifferent to the chaos around you. At some point, satisfied, you put down your brush and began to clear your spot. Your ability to focus on your work and not be distracted or rattled by the surrounding going on showed a quiet confidence in yourself, and I hope that this sticks with you. Last, you have a very kind and gentle heart. You're very sentimental, and this I relate to. When you were 2 and you saw an abandoned pacifier at the mall, you sobbed, worried for the baby who lost it. You're the first to look up if someone sniffs. You're the first to give someone a sweet hug, and we love you for this. Stay unique. Your different perspective makes you irreplaceable. And be confident in your abilities and opinions. But remember that confidence doesn't have to be loud. Remain open to others' opinions, as you may not always be right. And most importantly, stay as sweet and sentimental as can be. Kindness is underrated. We love you.
Yours are just like bossy.
Okay, Jules and Sanders Mishpacha, because this is such a special day, not just for your family, but for us as as a community, as Temple Beth-El, we always have a representative, a leader, someone who makes such a difference from within the community come and share a message with you. And it's a pleasure and privilege for me to ask Elaine Springer, a member of our Board of Trustees, to share a Shabbat message with you. Why don't you do it?
Good morning, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Jules, congratulations chanting your Torah and Haftorah portions this morning and leading us in the various prayers. As a trustee on our temple's board, I am honored to be given this opportunity to wish you Mazel Tov and to also present a couple of gifts, which I just did. They are a Kiddush cup from the Sisterhood and Brotherhood, a Bar Mitzvah certificate, which is the official written proof for this special Shabbat morning, a gift certificate from Nifty towards travel to Israel, the Jewish Book of Y, and last but not least, equally important, is a travel-sized chumash. Along with the many teachers and clergies over the years, presently are Rabbis Tara Meir Feldman, Rabbi Eli Molbaum, and Cantor Vladimir Lapin. You have personally had 3 generations of role models to help guide you through this journey here at TBE. Your siblings, Amanda and Adam, your parents, Mom and Dad, or as some of us know, Michael and Debbie, and your grandmother, Susan. I've had the pleasure of spending many Shabbat mornings with your parents and with your grandmother at Torah study and at meditation with your grandmother, with the occasional dinner afterwards. As has been said, this is just the beginning of your Jewish journey. May you continue to play a part in the life of our temple community as you personally grow and continue to learn. Again, Jules, to you and to your family, Mazel Tov.
One last message. Come on up and be with me. You can leave that there. Come on up, Jules. You're going to face me. So this is the final test of the day for you, which is the act that every bar mitzvah has to learn. Every young man has to learn. Adam, you mastered this, right? He does. He might not have. He might not have. So you might have a step up on him. You have to learn. You have to. No, you don't open it. Don't open it now. You'll open it later. But right now, he's always like 3 steps ahead of me, or to the side, or who knows. You have to do what men do. Jules, Michael, did you prepare him? I didn't tell you to prepare him. You have to. Yeah, your mom did. Well, not a surprise. So you take this, and you have to successfully place it in your breast pocket. Right? Isn't this an appropriate final test? He's about to succeed. 6, 7, 8, 10, 9, 8. He's got it. Awesome. Nicely done, Jules. Okay. Your mom and dad will remember. Don't worry. They won't forget. And you just did it. Congratulations. So let me just share a final message with you, okay? First of all, I want to speak very genuinely from my heartfelt place that I love the time that we spent together. What I'm reading to you, by the way, is actually in that letter. It's not meant to be a secret. But leave it like that. And this is a time just for listening. It's just for listening. Or you can wander anywhere you want as long as you stand still. So I've loved the time we've spent together the last few months. You are a very special young man. You're smart and curious. You have an acting career ahead of you. I witnessed a couple nights ago, if you'd like. Maybe you don't like, but you do have an acting career ahead of you. You have a voracious appetite for knowledge and an extraordinary ability to master anything that interests you. Yes, for sure. And even more important, or at least to me, is how incredibly generous you are, Jules, with the care and kindness that you give to other people. Whether it's your mom or your grandparents or a student in school or a child who is struggling with some kind of challenge, you are such a generous young man. And all this reminds me of two things, a story and a verse in your Parsha. So let me first tell you the verse that I'm giving you. You may not know, but every bar and bat mitzvah student receives an incredible gift, the gift of a verse from me or Rabbi Tara or Rabbi Bolbaum. So the verse I'm giving you is at the very end of your Parsha. Ki ani Adonai hama'aleh etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem l'Elohim, for I am the Lord who has brought you up from the land of Egypt to be your God. V'hiyitem kedoshim, for you shall be holy, kedoshim ki kadosh ani. You shall be holy because I, God, am holy. That's the verse I'm giving you. And I, Jules, love this verse because it both answers a question and also begs a question. You know that expression, to beg a question? You do. He does. Okay. So it answers the question. Which question does it answer? What's the purpose of the laws of kashrut? You talked a lot in a very thoughtful way about the laws of kashrut. So we're asking ourselves, what's the purpose of those laws? Why do they exist? And they exist for the reason that it's your verse tells us why they exist, so that we will strive to be holy, so that we will work daily, 3 times a day, to be holy. In fact, my dad used to say to me, I'm realizing at this moment, if you're going to do anything as a Jew, keep kosher, because it means you get to think 3 times a day about what it means to be a Jew, which the verse says the reason to be a Jew, the reason to keep kosher is to try to be holy. That's why the Torah, why God gave us these laws of kashrut. But your verse also, as we've said already, begs a question, which is, what does it mean to be holy? It's a very complicated question. So striving to be holy reminds me of a tiny little story that I want to share with you. It's a story of a man who lived about 1900 years ago. It's a story from the Talmud about Rabbi Yehuda HaNasi. He was the author of the Mishnah. Okay? HaNasi means the president. It's a great question. Yehuda, the president. HaNasi. The president of what, you might ask? He was the president of the Sanhedrin, which was like, in a way, the Supreme Court of the Jewish sovereign state way back then. But the thing is, even though Rabbi Yehuda HaNasi was such an accomplished man, it seems that he was not always holy. You can read along if you want. I mean, quietly. Let me do that. One day, Yehuda HaNasi was walking down a path when a little calf ran up to him and hid under his cloak. Sorry. I mean, it's like he came up under his jacket and hid. The calf was running away. Why? Poor calf, Jules says. The calf was running away from a calf. No, not cat. C-A-L-F. Sorry, I didn't speak clearly. The calf was running away, the rabbis assumed, from a slaughterhouse. It makes sense. It's a very wise calf to run away from the slaughterhouse. But the thing is, this is what the rabbi said to the calf. Go back to be slaughtered, for this is why you've been created. That was Rabbi Yehuda HaNasi's response to the calf who was trying to escape from the slaughterhouse. And what happened in response to Yehuda HaNasi's answer? A divine decree was made against the rabbi. A decree because he had not shown pity on that little creature. That's sort of the way God works in the minds of the rabbis 1900 years ago. And so Yehuda HaNasi became sick and suffered for many years until one day, no, he didn't die. Jules is trying to guess what happened. Until one day there was a little family of mice in front of Yehuda HaNasi, and Yehuda was kind to this little family of mice, and suddenly he was healed. How was he kind to the mice? Jules asked. And I love that you asked the question because it proves one thing. We have to have time together to study this. That was a trick. It doesn't always work out so well on my end. Anyway, Jules, I bring this story because there's no automatic connection between intelligence and being a mensch. Brilliance and kindness do not necessarily go together. And you know this. I know you know this. The reason I bring it is it relates to you because you already have so much of both, kindness and intelligence. Moreover, Jules, One of the ways that you express your kindness and compassion is in your feelings towards animals. Unlike Rabbi Yehuda, even in these years as a young person, a young man, your sensitivity, your instinct, I'd say, for holiness is quite high. So I have a final thought that I want to share with you, Jules. In the bag of gifts you have is a chumash, our Torah scroll, a Torah book. And there's this expression, hafochba v'hafochva dechuleba. And this is what it means. Turn it and turn it and turn it and turn it for everything, dechuleba. Everything is in it. This expression is referring to the chumash, not to the prayer book. But exactly, turn it and turn it, dechuleba, for everything is in it. I'm saying to you now, Jules, that Chumash is like a great and grand map. The whole world is mapped onto and into that book. Every question about God and man, evil and goodness, sadness and faith, every insight and dream, every spark, hope and aspiration, it's all here in that book. When we wrestle and strive with it, when we read it like a love letter, we discover so much of what we need and cherish most in life. I think the geography of this Chumash is why we are thriving as a people, even 3,500 years later. And so, Jules, here's my blessing for you. May this moment be like a colorful map of the world out there and the world in here. May this map be a precious challenge to you. May it inspire within you a desire to learn every great capital and tiny outpost within the heart. May it open up vistas of beauty in the world and in your soul. May you think of this bar mitzvah experience every time the Torah comes out of the ark. May you and I have many opportunities in the coming years to learn and grow and have fun together. May your Judaism always push you to become a kinder, wiser, and more courageous human being. May you feel tremendously proud to be a Jew. And finally, may you know that there are very few paths in life, if any, that will feed your soul as much as your Jewish path. Please rise. Stay here, stay here, stay here.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Amen. Amen. Page 282. We remain standing for the Aleinu. Page 282.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
As always, we close. Before closing, we remember loved ones. The Mourner's Cottage is on 294. This morning, first of all, from your beautiful family, Jules, we're remembering grandfathers Michael Gruber, Richard Feldman, and Bernard Sanders. We're also remembering your beloved Uncle Jeff. We remember as well, laid to rest this week in our community, Eva Glass, and in the period of Shloshim, Jeanette Brooks, Frederick Einseidler, Harold Schichtman, and Ruth Steinberg. If you're here remembering someone, would like to share a name of a loved one, please. Anyone? Okay, let's rise as a community, remember our loved ones, recognize that we stand on their shoulders. So we offer together the Mourner's Kaddish on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemer Abba, v'yomad divra chiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, v'chayachon v'yomechon uv'chayeh dechol Beit Yisrael, bagala v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach Leolam Olomei Almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shmei D'Kudesha B'rechu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran b'yoma v'imru Amen. Yehi Shlam Rabba min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, and let us say Amen. We can remain standing as we offer Kiddush and Motzi. If I could, like to ask Diane and Sam Yellis to come on up. Come on, Diane and Sam. Sam, I love that kippah you wear. I don't know if I've seen that one before, but you always have a wonderful kippah. Come on up, guys. Don't be so polite. Come on.
We're on page 300.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. על כן ברך אדוני את יום השבת ויקדשהו.
ברוך אתה אדוני.
Amen.
Amen. Drink up. Amen, amen. Only for you, Jules. Okay. You want to pick up the challah?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Thank you so much to our ushers. Thank you so much for all your help. If you have if you have your humashim, you can please bring them back. Otherwise, you can leave the prayer books in the front. Thank you to the Sanders family and Jules Mazel Tov. And
to the Bowens for ushering Melanie, the ushers, and we close with what? Wendy as well? I don't know, Wendy, if you were ushering as
everybody who was ushering. Thank
you. Great.
Osei Shalom, join with us.
Osei Shalom bimromav, uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom.
Thank you to Shai.
Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Mazel tov.
Shabbat shalom.